Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Zormdiamonds Inspirations. Thank you for taking a few moments out of your day to be here. I truly appreciate every one of you. Today, I'd like us to reflect on something we often overlook: the people who quietly changed our lives. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever stopped to think about the people who quietly changed your life? When we think about the people who shaped our lives, we often think about those who did something extraordinary. But sometimes, the people who make the biggest difference are the ones whose kindness quietly became part of our journey. It may have been a parent who sacrificed so you could have opportunities they never had, a teacher who believed in you when you doubted yourself, a friend who stood beside you during a difficult season, a neighbor, a colleague, a mentor, or even a stranger whose few words gave you hope when you needed it most. Many of these people may never know the impact they had on your life. Sometimes, we don't recognize the value of someone's presence until much later. When we're young, we often assume that kindness is simply what people are supposed to do. We don't always see the sacrifices behind it. As we grow older, we begin to understand that people gave us their time, their energy, their encouragement, and sometimes even opportunities they could never replace. Not every person who changes your life does it through something dramatic. Sometimes it's the person who listened when everyone else was too busy. The person who believed in you before you believed in yourself. The person who encouraged you not to give up when you felt like walking away. Those moments may have seemed small at the time, but they became part of the foundation you stand on today. I think one of the most beautiful things we can do is pause every now and then and remember the people who helped us along the way. Not because they were perfect, not because they never made mistakes, but because at a particular moment in our lives, they made our journey a little lighter. Gratitude has a wonderful way of changing how we see our lives. When we choose to remember the good people have done, our hearts become softer, our relationships become stronger, and we become more willing to be that source of encouragement for someone else. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of all. The kindness we receive should not end with us. It should continue through us. And that's what makes quiet kindness so powerful. Sometimes we become so focused on what people can no longer do for us that we forget what they have already done. Perhaps someone supported you when you needed help the most, or they encouraged you, opened a door for you, or simply stood by you when no one else did. As life goes on, our expectations can change. When those expectations are not met, it's easy to forget yesterday's kindness. One of the greatest gifts we can give is to appreciate those who helped us become who we are. If they are still in your life, tell them thank you. If they are no longer here, honor their kindness by passing it on to someone else. You may never know whose life you are quietly changing today. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Until next time, remember, sometimes the people who change our lives the most are the ones who never ask for recognition. Enjoy the rest of your day.